Hello and welcome to Always Plugged In. Right now, we're going to make an animation of a train. My 2-year-old could watch videos of trains all day, and I made one just like this the other day, which he really loved. So let's get started. If you don't have Canva yet, then go to canva.com and create an account. Then we go to the video tab over there and click on the video icon. We'll get a blank new page to make our animation. Let's go to the Elements tab on the left and choose a square that we can use to make the ground. It's grey at the moment, so we can change the colour. I'm going to choose peach. We can even make it darker by choosing that square and dragging it along to the right. That looks better. Now we have our ground, we can make our sky. I'd like a nice light turquoise blue. That's fantastic. I'd like a sun in the background, and if we choose the graphics tab and scroll down, we can see loads of static or animated images. I want to choose one that's moving, like this, make it smaller and put it right in the center. Now for some clouds. We can get a whole bunch, like so, different shapes and sizes, and if you copy and paste them, you can make them look natural. Some of them require a pro subscription, but there are plenty to go around that don't have this. And once you're happy with this, you can choose another element. Let's bring our train track into the scene now. I'll take the first one. Don't like the black colour, so I'm going to choose something that makes it brown to make it look more authentic. And if we just use our previous colour as a template and drag it to the right, we can get a darker brown colour and place that right here in the middle. Now one of the tricks to making a long train track is to first adjust the height so you get the width sorted. And then I would just copy and paste it to get an extended version. We can drag it over the slats of the previous train track. We'll do so 2 more times till we get a whole train track. Okay, that looks really good. And we can group all these individual elements of the train track into one. Perfect. Let's get our next element, which are some rocks. If we just type that into the tab, we can get a whole array of choices. So I'll get a few different types here and adjust them to size. The next few things we need are some plants. I'm going to type in shrubs to get a whole selection of these and put them on the ground. A really cool thing is that you can even change its colours by clicking on these squares here. I guess the last thing we need is our train, and I'll type that in and try to find the one I showed you earlier. There we go, there it is. We'll adjust it to size and put it slightly out of scene here to create our animation. And the trick is to just put a little bit of it showing at the edge, then animate it to come into the scene. So what I'd like to see is it bouncing up and down until it comes in, kind of like this. And the way you do that is click on the Animate tab at the top and create an animation, and click on the train and drag it across slowly till it reaches your desired destination. And that's all there is to it. There you go, it replays the whole path for you. Perfect. So that's our first scene. In our second scene, we need to get all the elements in the foreground and the background, so all the rocks, the plants and the clouds, to move along so that our train appears as if it is moving, even though it is still stationary. So we'll select all the elements, making sure we leave the tracks in the background. And I find it useful to click on position and then go to layers over here, and then select each of the items individually. That looks good. And then we can go on and group them. As I said, be sure not to click on the tracks, otherwise you will move them along in the second scene too, which is what I did here by mistake. So we'll deselect them, group it again, and then animate the scene by clicking Animate, Create an Animation, and clicking and dragging all the elements across to the right. Now you might notice that despite our train being in the center, the scene gets taken away from it, so we have to readjust our train. And you do that by dragging the train out again in the first scene and deleting the path that you created, like so, and then clicking on it again and dragging it slowly to the first third on the right of the screen. And that'll help us make a nice short video that can be used. So we'll go back down to our timeline and scroll all the way to the beginning to see what our video looks like. So our train comes in, that's scene 1, and then moves along with the background moving to the right. Perfect. I think we're ready to export this video. And we can do that by going to Share in the top right hand corner and clicking on Download. Be sure to choose an MP4 video and clicking Download, and it may take a while before you download it fully. Now if we want to turn this into a portrait video, let's go back to the Video tab in the home screen and choose Mobile Video, and then import the downloaded video into our library and drag it across. And I'm going to drag the image so it fills the portrait, and we will move it a bit to the left so we only capture what's happening on the right hand side. There we go. And we'll rewind right to the start and press play and see how it looks. There we go, scene 1, train entering, and then we move swiftly on to scene 2 where the background moves. There you go, all done. I really hope you liked this simple video that you can make for your kids or kids all over the world and share it on social media. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave your comments below if you'd like similar topics covered in the future. Bye!